Good evening, everyone, and welcome out to the Equine Arena at the Pennsylvania State Farm Show Complex. MASL Soccer tonight. The Baltimore Blast at 4-4, visiting the Harrisburg Heat at 2-5. The Harrisburg Heat and the Baltimore Blast. These two teams have a victory against each other. Third meeting of the season last week. The Heat holding on down the stretch for a 6-5 victory over the Blast. The Heat winning last night 7-6. The Blast had the night off, so they come in with some fresh legs. But again, the Blast 4-4, the Heat 2-5. The officials for today's match brought to you by Capelli. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL game officials. And today's officials are Rich Grady and Stephen Foster. And the official match ball of the MASL is Flight. It's designed and produced by Flight. It's expertly designed for the indoor game, and Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. The Harrisburg Heat, great night last night holding on. Willie B coming up with another victory for the Harrisburg Heat. 2-3 on the season, 5.89 goals against average. He'll face William Van Zella of Baltimore. 4-4 on the season with a 5.21 goals against average. Lucas Roque, your leading scorer for the Blast coming into this contest. 9 goals, 7 assists, 16 points. Followed by Johannes Mello with 8 goals, 4 assists, and 14 points for the Harrisburg Heat. Dominic Francis leading things with 6 goals, 4 assists, and 10 points. Michael Cunningham, 5 goals, 3 assists, for 8 points. Baltimore wearing the yellow jerseys. Harrisburg in the purple uniforms. I'd like to mention that Filson Water is the official water supplier for the Harrisburg Heat. You can ask Filson about branding and promotional opportunities with your logo on water bottles. And Ort Signs, the official sign sponsor for the Heat, our good friend Rod Ort. Other games tonight in the MASL, Dallas at Kansas City, Milwaukee at Chihuahua. Here's William Bonahene, Willie B. Got the win last night, holding on down the stretch again. Last night, Milwaukee won against Chihuahua 10-9, and San Diego beat up on Tacoma 9-3. Baltimore is going from our left to right, the Heat right to left. Ball sent out into the neutral zone, and Harrisburg is on it. Willie B comes outside the yellow. Playing it all the way down to Santos. Gets control, and we get it back out with the help of Mello. Sent all the way down, and Willie B will roll back out onto the near side. Matt Brame and Dos Santos back on it for the Blast, deep in his own end. Foul whistle. It'll be a drop ball, actually. Dos Santos able to knock it out to the near side. Chavez and Mello battling there as they clear it back out. Jamie Thomas, the leading block leader for Baltimore with 12. Dos Santos with 9 blocks on the season. All kicked out of play. Well, we're going to get a restart coming up at the top of the arc now for the Heat. There's number 15, Williamson, out there. He had another goal last night, a big one for the Harrisburg Heat. Actually, it's going to be a restart. Yeah, the Heat restarted there at the midfield. I don't think they realized it's a restart at the top of the arc. So Basso goes off. Heat change up some personnel. It's either going to be Cunningham or Francis. Cunningham pulls it. Nice save there by Van Zellen. Cleared back out by Dos Santos. Comes all the way down to Willie B. And they gets a nice head ball out to the neutral zone. And Harrisburg comes over there again. Slipping going on. Max Ferdinand able to pass it to the near side, but stolen back by Danny DePrima. DePrima's been hot. The NC State product and local boy from Dillsburg has 4 goals in his last 2 games. Number 4 there for the Heat. He's been on fire. What a foul on Thomas on that last one. So the Heat restart things, and Brame send it up the floor. Crossed by the Heat's Francis. Van Zellen got a piece of it, but Brame was unable to connect on time, make that Kerstetter on time. Ball sent all the way back the other way. Look out, Donatelli. One times it in. Tony Donatelli waited for the ball, allowed it to reach him just inside the right point, right wing area. And all he did was just let it pass him on the right, and he pulled the trigger. Baltimore takes the early lead. 1:40, time of the goal. I think that was Roque who sent it down to the right. And Tony Donatelli with the goal. His 6th of the season. Roque the assist, 1-0 in favor of the Blast. Quickly the Heat the other way. David Miller over on the right side, back out to the neutral zone. Williamson. Now Basso. Getting pressure, had it poked free. Williamson able to recollect. He'll bring it up across midfield. He'll tap it to his left to Prima. Left side, moves to the wing, sends it off the boards to the middle and cleared. Out of play to the side, restart top of the arc. So Harrisburg will put Cunningham over on the left, Francis out front. Miller will join him. 3-man wall sets up. And Zella positioning his guys. Francis, left side, Cunningham off the boards, but it bounces too hard and back over to the far side. Francis comes over it again. Weaves his way to the right side. Shot saved, Manzella. Follow-up goes off the boards wide. And the Blast will clear it back out. Still loose. And Baltimore with it. Near side. Donatelli keeping it alive. Ball gets past Basso down on the left side. He's going to be called for the pushing foul, knocking over Lucas Roque. Frustration here, letting him get past him, so only picked up the foul. Restart coming up here for the Blast. Left side. Donatelli will restart things. He's got that golden foot. He can just put that ball anywhere he wants. Roque and Dos Santos are on the back. Ball goes around, and right in the middle was Roque, but Willie B was right there in front to snag it in front of him, and the Heat will send it the other way. Harris, just sent it too far for Dominic Francis. 1-0 blast. Manzella sends it down to the heat zone. Brame sends it out. Harris getting it again and got tripped up in midfield. He might have had a nice little break down that right side had he not gotten tripped up. But only a foul and a restart coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. Williamson with it at midfield. He'll tap it near side. Kerstetter. Ball knocking around. Keita was trying to get to it, then Miller knocks it back in and gets the obstruction foul against Dos Santos. It'll be another free kick for the Heat right near the yellow line. And Danny DePrima will restart things. He'll move Kerstetter and Williamson to his left. He'll play it down the corner, ball centered. Here's Miller, top of the box. Or Francis that was. And Manzella will grab on, keeping it outside of the net. Didn't appreciate that Dominic Francis was right down there in his grill. Manzella outside the yellow. He'll boot this one all the way down for Mello. Right wing. Mello working out by the point. Crosses it to the left side. Ferdinand will work it back out. Here's a steal by the Heat. Kerstetter decides to slow it up. Right, Kerstetter sends it one way, sent back the other way. Raley on it. Able to get it to Dos Santos. Last keep possession. Ferdinand on the far side. You're trying to keep that pressure on up front. Dos Santos gets it out of his own zone and plays it all the way up the far side. Nice job by Miller keeping the pass from going back to Dos Santos. And there's a blast by Roque underneath the crossbar, and then Willie B comes back and makes the save. What a rip by Roque that hit underneath the crossbar but did not go in. Quickly, Baltimore restarts, and another one. This one bounces off the left post. Another shot just wide right. Willie B getting peppered right now. Look out, here comes a break. Brame, left side, he shoots and scores! Matt Brame! One times it, bottom right corner, we're tied at 1. Great transition for the Harrisburg Heat. Time of the goal, 5:41. Brame just allowed the ball to catch up to him near the top left side of the arc. And he drilled it bottom right. I think that was Harris, yes, who got the assist. And the Frenchman, Matt Brame, his second goal of the season. Watch this earlier one. This was Willie B. There's the one that hit the crossbar. Willie B coming back and robbing Dos Santos on that follow-up. Awesome, great saves. We're tied at 1. Restart coming up here for Baltimore. Get the feeling we're going to have this type of action all game long. A typical Heat blast game. Williamson lots of shot by Donatelli, sent back down by Roque. Another one wide, but in front. Goal! Mello finishes it off. Time of the goal, 6:03 of the first. The Heat are just giving too many opportunities here. And Roque plays it over to the far side. Shot there was wide by Dos Santos, but Mello is able to finish it off for his 11th of the season. Dos Santos, the assist. It's 2-1 Baltimore. Left side. Kerstetter got a piece of it, but could not find the net. Look out, right side, shot by Brame. Comes over to Kerstetter, left side. He gets knocked into the boards in the corner and then is called for the tripping foul on Thomas. Free kick for Baltimore. 2-1 Blast with the lead. The far side, he trying to keep the pressure on. Kamenu battling down those far boards. Ferdinand has it now on the right side, playing it back to Hughes. Sent over by Hughes. Midfield Diesel. Ball dumped down into the corner. Donatelli. Back out to Rayleigh. Now it's Hughes right side off the boards. Bounces out to the neutral zone. Dos Santos trying to send it in. Intercepted by the Heat. Brought back the other way down that right side. Brambila knocked down by Dos Santos. Look at the foul against the Blast. Size mismatch there too. The taller, stronger Dos Santos using that physical play on Luis Brambila. Restart coming up here for the Heat. Baltimore leading 2-1 midway through this first quarter. Danny DePrima on the right side. He'll play it out to Williamson. His shot is blocked. And Chavez will send it all the way back to Willie. He'll dump it down again. Dos Santos sends it the other way. Knocks around. Rayleigh getting it over on the far side to Roque, dumping it down into the corner. And Williamson on it again. He'll play it back out. Chavez. Here come the Heat. Chavez moving in. Left side takes it to the corner off the boards, but an easy grab for William Vanzella. Heat keep the pressure on in the midfield. Nice job by Kamenu to break it up. Kerstetter with it over on the far side. Make that Brame. Mentioned last night, Brame and Kerstetter. My goodness, looking the same out there at times. Playing tricks with my eyes. Baltimore with it. Long pass down. Brame's going to recover it in the corner. Knocks it hard off the glass. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Both Kita and Miller were unable to control it. Kita gets it back. Plays it to Mello on the near side. Kita, right wing, shot. Willie B got a hand on it. Knocked back out to the neutral zone by Miller. He'll get it to Harris. Harris works toward the middle, steps to the yellow and turns back. Heat will change up. Get some fresh bodies. Baltimore leading 2-1. Williamson in the neutral zone. Brambila sending it down. Trying to get it for Robles, but too far for him. Ball knocked out, a play off the Heat. And will step out. 5:37 to go in the first. Baltimore 2. Harrisburg 1. This is MASL Soccer on the Heat Soccer Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
Baltimore Blast leading the Heat 2-1. Fans, how much money does your utility company send you each month? Mine doesn't send me anything. Would you like them to give you some money? Well, why not get paid to go solar? Renew Solar can show you how to put money in your pocket. Contact Renew for a new cost, no obligation analysis at renew-solar.com. And you can't have heat without solar. Renew is the official field sponsor of the Heat. See them here at many of the games, to stop by and say hi to those folks. Also, Penn State Sports Medicine, from young athletes to weekend warriors. Penn State Sports Medicine, the official healthcare provider of the Harrisburg Heat. They can get you back in the game faster. They welcome new patients. Call today, 717-531-5638. MASLsoccer.com, your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, in-depth features. Bookmark the page now, so you don't miss a note. It's MASLsoccer.com. Heat trailing 2-1. They've got it in the neutral zone with Williamson playing it over to Willie D. Keeper sends it down along the boards. Miller on it. Back for Williamson in center circle. Williamson tapping it near side for Kerstetter. Vanzella sends it back out to Tony Donatelli. He'll chip it all the way to the Heat zone, but Dominic Francis slips down, and Baltimore briefly had a 2-on-1, but Dos Santos played a little bit too far forward into the corner, and Mello just could not get to it. But it is out off the Heat. A restart coming up for the Baltimore Blast. Restart left wing boards for Mello. He'll play it off the boards to the middle. There's Raley trying to redirect it, but it's cleared back out. Sent to the near side, Vanzella neutral. He'll dump it down into the left corner. Mello trying to get to it. Cleared back out again, and the Blast control. Raley on it, midfield. Diesel dumping it down to the right side. Roque working it. Plays it toward the top of the box, but is poked back out. At midfield, Jeremy Raley. Now Dos Santos coming on. Roque working over on the far side, leaves it for Dos Santos, and back in midfield again, Raley. Thomas makes a run, moves into the Heat zone, top of the arc, shot blocked by Kerstetter. Sent all the way back to Vanzella. He's going to dump it all the way back down into the corner. Williamson knocking it high in the air, and Dominic Francis gets plowed over from behind by Thomas. A foul on Thomas. Free kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Dominic Francis, you're looking for home ownership, and that's your goal. Well, Dominic Francis is a realtor. Wants you to be on his team. He's number 17 for the Harrisburg Heat. You can also contact Brad Kerstetter, number 2 of the Harrisburg Heat. Whether you're buying or selling a home. Baltimore with the lead and the ball. Sent down into the corner. Back out in the neutral zone. Near side, Keita. Newest player out there right now for Baltimore, Ozzy Anang. Dominic, check that. Tony Donatelli trying to move into the Heat zone. Kerstetter comes up with it. Crosses it opposite side. Cunningham will play it back to Willie B. Long pass goes right to the foot of Dos Santos, and then right to Matt Brame. Brame's going to circle around, slow it up. Couple changes for the Harrisburg Heat. They'll blaze on it, setting up the middle. And Bila, now Williamson. Trying to get control of it. 3 times he's able to get it. Moves in, plays it to the right, but Dominic Francis pops it up. Somehow Williamson stayed with it and was able to control it off of 3 opposite player bounces. But Dominic Francis just got under that one too much and out of play. Almost a giveaway there by Diesel, trying to get it out of his own end. And a bad distribution. That one takes the hard bounce out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. Fans, don't forget, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Neutral zone, Matt Brame on it. Far side for Stephen Basso. Willie B. Setting it down the near side. Miller with it, left side, off the boards. Goes to the right side, but nice job there by the Blast, keeping Danny DePrima away from the ball. I think it was Jeremy Raley staying with that flow and unable to let that bounce out to him. Sent all the way down to Thomas now. He's double teamed in the corner. He trying to win it. Miller gets knocked down. Foul on Baltimore. Free kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Willie B will send it to Harris outside the yellow line. He's going to dump it all the way down right on Van Zella. Easy grab. Told you the only other 2 games tonight, Dallas at Kansas City, Milwaukee at Chihuahua. Van Zella's going to send it all the way down into the right corner. Mello on it there. He'll work to the wing. Shot just wide left. He gave him a little too much room. He trying to get it out and does. Kita on it in midfield. Dos Santos on the far side. Steps in at the point against Dominic Francis and then brings it back out. Now it's going to be Max Ferdinand moving in. Ferdinand just inside the yellow, takes a shot, save, follow up by Dos Santos out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Dos Santos still looking for his first goal of the season. Fans, anyone can hire a realtor, but smart consumers hire Pennsylvania's only deal tour. Dylan Manson, the #1 Coldwell Banker agent in PA. Google the Deal Tour to see his famous videos and testimonials. And when you're ready to buy or sell a home, let the Deal Tour work that deal. A restart in midfield. Along the near side. The clock will expire. We've played 1. It's Baltimore 2, Harrisburg 1. Second quarter coming up. This is MASL Soccer on the Heat Soccer Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
2-1, Baltimore leading the Harrisburg Heat. Fans, for 27 years, Friedmont has been an industry leader in service and education. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Choose wisely and call Friedmont. And Friedmont is growing. If you're a branch, team, or individual looking for a better opportunity, contact info@friedmont.com. NMLS number 2893. There's David Bascom, former Harrisburg Heat great. head coach of the Baltimore Blast. Of course, he played in Baltimore as well. David Bascom currently out with that pre-sale on his new book. It's called Red Card Book. Go to redcardbook.com. Redcardbook.com. You can see some of his powerful trailers talking about all his going-throughs in life in Bermuda, rising above everything and being strong. Here's Pat Healy, former Baltimore Blast great, head coach for the Harrisburg Heat. He's got this team back on track after an 0-5 start, now 2-5 on the season, and still missing 4 key guys that they were trying to bring in this season. One of those, Daniel Villela. And he thinks that they could end up going the whole season without being able to get them in, unfortunately. I guess you can thank the U.S. government for that. But the Heat are trying to turn that corner right now. 2 straight wins, trying to get their 3rd straight tonight. Baltimore Blast at the even mark at 4-4. Ball goes out. Going to be a kick in coming up for Baltimore as the Blast are going from right to left. Get you an update on those first half stats. Baltimore outshot Harrisburg 9-5 in the first. Raley with a blast up and out of play. Tony Donatelli got things started for Baltimore. Then the Heat responded with Matt Brame. And then Mello giving Baltimore the 2-1 lead. The Heat did manage to touch that, so it's going to be a corner kick coming up here for the Blast. They'll position Donatelli on the left wing. Mello will chip it to the opposite side, and Roque is going to rip one up and out of play. So a go kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Fans Frank's Marble and Granite is a longtime Heat supporter. Over 30 years of helping people improve their homes with granite, quartz, and marble. No other company can match their service, quality, or reputation. Everything is done here in Pennsylvania, too. Frank's Marble and Granite, the best in the biz. Now we'll get the corner kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Malcolm Harris will restart things. UMBC product. Plays Kerstetter out front. Also Williamson out there. Williamson. Ball sent to the middle. Goal! That went through a bunch of legs. I believe that Brambila was able to touch it last for the Heat. Just 20 seconds into this second. We'll get a better look here. Yep, Luis Brambila. His second goal of the season. And Harris will get his second assist of the game. We're tied at 2. Just kind of snuck that through the bodies there on that right side, right in front of the goal crease area. The Harrisburg Heat able to tie it. Brambila had played in the past in Turlock. He's a Modesto, California product. We're tied at 2. We're going to get a 3-line violation against the Blast. And look, this is a long field. The Equine Arena here has a lot of great size and length and width. It's a little surprising when you get some of these 3-line violations. Not one of the shorter fields in the league. Good regular size here. Keita's going to send it up the field. Heat send it back out. Matt Brame on it. Stephen Basso. Basso, Defender of the Year a few years ago. As a member of the Heat, went into retirement, came back this year with Brad Kerstetter. Manzella sending it down the near side and out of play. He just kind of hooked that one a little bit too much. It'll be a restart for the Heat. At the top of the arc. Here's a good look at what normally you'll see the Heat player looking at the top of the arc. They want to call a timeout. They just didn't have the right personnel in there for this restart. And that's why they're calling it. Well, fans, MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. You can catch the latest episodes starting every Wednesday on MASL TV. I like to pull it up from MASLsoccer.com or just go onto YouTube and find it there. Alex Bastiansky, the host. And what a great show. Gives you that good half hour of all the action from the previous week, talking to the players and the coaches and what's going on in the MASL. Don't miss it every week. MASL Primetime. Fans, anyone can sell you a copier, but Capital focuses on efficiencies. Their proprietary software shows businesses where there's waste and issues. They saved a local business over $10,000 a month by identifying and solving an issue, and now that business is a client. Contact Capital today. If you can save your boss that much money, maybe you'll get a raise. It's capitalbusinessinc.com. All right, restart coming up. Harris is going to put Francis and Basso to his right, DePrima to his left. He'll play it. Basso, he shoots and scores! Stephen Basso with the goal. The Heat take a 3-2 lead. Second goal of the season for Basso. At 1:38, Basso right on the wing, finding the short side of Manzella. Manzella's the one who kicked that one out of play to give that Heat restart at the top of the arc. Unassisted goal by Basso. I'm sorry, Harris was the one who played it to him. He does get the assist. Harris with 3 assists now for the Heat. Harrisburg in front 3-2. Now the Heat play it out. It'll be a kick in coming up for the Baltimore Blast at the top of the arc. Ball played left side, and Roque rips one high and out of play. Lucas Roque coming into this game, 9 goals. Williamson firing this one out of play from his own end. And now Baltimore will get another chance at the top of the arc. Williamson with a big goal again last night for the Harrisburg Heat. The game winner late in the contest against St. Louis. Ferdinand, left side. Roque shot blocked. Didn't get much of it. Brain battling along the near side with Kerstetter. Played back out to Max Ferdinand. Here's Mello down the left side off the boards. Knocked to the side. Gets through the feet of Ferdinand, comes back. Jeremy Raley chipping it down to the left corner. Roque on it again. Left side as it poked away nicely by Basso. Williamson trying to spin out of trouble, trying to get up the far boards. Basso was ready to go off, but had to stay on since the ball came over to him. Blast bring it the other way. Mello cross midfield. Sends it in. Kerstetter knocking it back out. Now Brame is on it. Able to clear it back out for Basso. Double teamed as it poked away. Now Basso will make his way to the bench and finally get a chance to change up. Ball dumped down the left corner. That kick there by Dorsey out of play. It'll be a restart for the Harrisburg Heat. These two teams will play again Friday, February the 11th at Baltimore. 7:35 for that one. Harrisburg at Baltimore. Out of midfield. Battling for the ball. Bila. He'll lose it. Kita comes up with it. Now Donatelli. Dos Santos outside his yellow. He'll lead Vanzella up near midfield. He'll send it down into the left wing boards. Roque. Dorsey. Back out to Kita at midfield. Almost lost it and does. Harris able to get it over to Francis. But Dos Santos able to intercept. Send it the other way, but out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. At Brame dumping it all the way down into the Baltimore zone. Vanzella jumping up above Miller, grabbing on. Neutral zone, Heat come up with it again. Robles getting it over to Brame. Ball sent toward the middle by Robles. Now it's Miller battling along the near side. And Robles steps in again. Plays it over for Miller, but Baltimore again intercepts. Alexis is just all over the place out there. Down the near side. Here's Raley, double teamed along the boards. Diesel steps in, foul whistle against the Heat as Raley went down. Have you had a chance to go on to the MASL Soccer and read the story of yesteryear? It's called A Trip for the Storybooks, parts 1 and 2. A Trip for the Storybooks. Go to the homepage here of MASLsoccer.com. Back in early 1992, first season of the Harrisburg Heat. The Harrisburg Heat were on the road, 3 games, 3 days. And they had some great coverage. Kind of an in-depth traveling story. And you can read all about it on MASL Soccer. Brings back some great memories there for sports writer Michael Lewis, reading his stories. Michael Lewis traveling with the Heat back then. Well, the Heat still on it in their own end, trying to get it out. Danny DePrima, a spin move out of traffic. Long pass down, but Vanzella comes outside the box, knocks it out to the neutral zone, and sent down along the near boards. Roque, centering, Donatelli, shot, score! Beautiful pass from Roque, getting it to Tony Donatelli. And he's usually gold when he gets that ball on the toe in that situation. Not much that he could do to stop that. Roque, perfect feed, and Donatelli finishes it off for his second goal of the game, 7th of the season. Roque gets the assist at 5:32. We're tied again at 3. On the near side, Max Ferdinand battling Basso. Dos Santos near side, Mello. All sent down to the corner. Guarded there by Brain, and Willie B will roll to Basso. Anning trying to keep the pressure on for the blast. Ball comes out to Harris in the neutral zone, back to Brain. Brain's going to fire it one way, headed the other way by Donatelli. Dos Santos dumping it down for Anning. Ozzie Anning. Back out for Dos Santos, near side Donatelli. This time it goes down to Mello. He tries to center it, but Dominic Francis here to guard it, but he kicks it out of play. It'll be a restart coming up for Baltimore at the top of the arc. Well, at midfield. Near side is Keita. He's got pressure from behind by Cunningham. Ball knocks all the way back to the keeper. Van Zilla will get it to Diesel, who sends it out. Robles keeps it in over on the far side. Kamenu also out there trying to keep the pressure on. Tommy Kamenu out of White Lake, Michigan. Seeing the shift now. Baltimore with it, though, down the corner. Roque trying to center it, but Ferdinand wasn't moving down the slot. He'd recover it. Willie B sending up the middle to David Meller. He'll work it down the near side. Meller steps in, right point. Knocks it off the boards, loose in front. But clear to the side by Keita and back out. Here comes Donatelli in traffic. He'll slow it up. Teams changing up some personnel. Donatelli getting it from Van Zella, dumping it down along the near boards. Dorsey back for Donatelli. He'll send it all the way down to the left wing boards. Roque down the middle. Raley to the right side. Dorsey just a little bit too much of a lead. And Francis able to get it out of traffic. Heat changing up on the far side. A man coming on, but unfortunately Chavez was unable to run with it. Now he'll get it back. Chavez left side. He shoots and scores. He just stayed out there pestering him like a bumblebee. And Alejandro Chavez, the Chicago product, finishing it off from the left side. Time of the goal, 8:31. Watch as Chavez going down. Roque got a piece of it, but then lost it. And then it was kind of given away. I think that was Raley who had lost it, playing it back behind him. Well, what a great job. And Chavez with his third goal of the season, unassisted. Harrisburg back in front, 4-3. Fans, when buying, refinancing, or selling a home, you can choose your own title firm. Endeavor Title is attorney owned and operated with over 15 years experience. And they are one of the most respected title firms in the area. Endeavor Title, and you want attorney expertise on your side. Penn Harris Hotel Trademark Collection by Wyndham. That's where the pros stay when they come here to the Harrisburg Heat. The Penn Harris, preferred hotel partner of your Harrisburg Heat. Outlets at Gettysburg offer great shopping choices, dining, and great prices. Enter your child in the dance-off, which we're going to see out here with Scorch. Sponsored by the Gettysburg Outlets. You can win gift cards and so much more. Good to see Scorch out there. Cold here in central Pennsylvania today. My goodness. Cold winds blowing. Felt like 8 out there, I believe the weatherman was saying. Fanschill.com is the official CBD brand of the MASL, helping our athletes reach their maximum potential by promoting proper and expedited recovery. Welcome to Club Chill. The Heat with a 4-3 lead. Great job by Alejandro Chavez keeping that pressure on. Kind of a bad pass back there from the neutral zone, allowing him to get it one more time. Dos Santos with it now for the blast. Mello sending it down. Brain trying to clear it out. Needing a little help. Near side, Dos Santos again. Brame back out to the neutral zone. Ball knocks around, and Harris is going to come up with it. Foot race with Van Zella. They collide. Oh, we're going to get the blue card against the Heat, as Malcolm Harris went flying into Van Zella and all but knocked him out going for the ball. It was a foot race between the two. Who was going to get there first? And I think the officials realized that much of it, that it wasn't an intentional hit. See if we can see a straight-on view of this one, because a little hard to tell from the angle there on the near side boards. But here's Harris. Foot race. Van Zella slides for it. And Harris just takes him out top side of the body. Now we're going to get a red card against the Heat as well. So Van Zella still down and being tended to. And a tough call on that one. Rich Grady and Stephen Foster. They were both going for the ball. It was going to be questionable who was going to get there first. But Van Zella went for the slide, got it first, but as he went connected on that ball, you can see Harris, who was going for it, just going right into the upper portion of Van Zella and knocking him back down to the turf. I'm sure they'll take a few looks at this one in the league this week. Let's look at it again. Right, here's Harris. Ball just inside the yellow. Van Zella slides to clear it, but Harris jumping up and trying to avoid the collision was going right into Van Zella. And you can see that he's trying to help him out immediately. Again, I don't think it was an intentional smash to hurt Van Zella, but still a dangerous play. The blue card was pulled, and now we'll have to wait and see what the red card was for. Zierhofer is warming up. In the meantime, because Van Zella. So Harris also been given a red card for a serious foul play, dangerous play. I didn't think that was deserving for the red, but when you kind of knock a player out and injure a player, many times officials feel that that's warranted and will give that. Did not seem intentional, but again, you have to make that call many times. Fans, in the meantime, I want to remind you that Pineview Fun Farm is a fun family destination in Littlestown, offering camps, events, parties, and a petting zoo with a variety of amazing animals. And they also are the company that provides the kid movie characters for the heat, like Frozen, Disney, Paw Patrol, and more. You can hire them, have those characters at your party too. It's Pineview Fun Farm. All right. Looks like they've got Vanzella up. But I'm sure they're probably going to go into possibly concussion protocols. Hard to say. The way he got smacked, a little woozy, but being helped off the field. But he is one tough keeper. He's been smashed into before. But yeah, on the part of Malcolm Harris, I don't believe that there was any intention to injure. But he still picks up that, and Harris comes over and apologizes to him. They'll take Vanzella back to the trainer's room. And Harris will also, with the red card ejection, will also be going back to the locker room, cleaning up, and probably take a seat in the stands for the rest of this game. Let's run down the scoring thus far. Donatelli has 2 goals for Baltimore. Mello also with a goal for the Heat. Brame, Rambila, Basso, and Chavez. So that means we've got a new keeper. Francis will be serving the blue card penalty. So a power play here for Baltimore. This season, Baltimore 6 of 17 for 35% on the power play. The Heat have killed off 8 of 15, 53%. Baltimore shot wide. Donatelli comes over. Ferdinand over to the right side. Another shot saved by Willie B. Ball comes right back over to Roque. And now Brame will clear it. Comes another run on the power play. Donatelli. Mello. Donatelli sends one off the boards to the middle. Far side. Another hard shot there on that right side by Roque, and a save by Willie B. William Benahene. Willie B with the save. Rochester, New York product out of Buffalo State College, same as Williamson for the Heat. Under a minute here on this power play. Ball sent over to the right side. Roque, and then Mello will blast one up and out of play. Goal kick for the Heat. Still the man advantage for the blast for another 47 seconds. Heat out there with the shorthanded unit of Basso, Kerstetter, Brame, and Williamson. Brame will head it down. Williamson, left side. He gets off a shot. Up and out of play. That's an easy other Buffalo State College product. And still time here on the Baltimore power play. Mello works it down across midfield quickly. Ian Ferdinand down to the left side. Donatelli will cross it over to Roque. Poked away by Brame, comes back out. to the neutral zone. Ferdinand. Now Mello getting pressure. He'd have been able to score one shorthanded goal this season. Left side, Donatelli winds up, shot, score! Hat trick for Tony Donatelli. He worked it up towards that top left side of the box just to get a little free space and find the far right corner of the goal. Time of the goal, 10:59. Watch this. He just realized, pull it up a little further. It went right past Kerstetter and right past Willie B. Tony Donatelli. His 8th of the season, 3rd of the game. And we're tied at 4. Out in the neutral zone. Ball knocking all over the place. Donatelli leaving it. Mello comes over in the corner. Teams are at equal strength. Ball knocks around. Mbila sends it back out. Midfield, Diesel sending it down to the left wing boards. Kita leaving it in midfield. Dorsey will send it to the far side. Dorsey trying to send it up the middle, stolen away by Williamson, but he gets knocked down. He'd keep possession. Play continues on. Dominic Francis waits for the changeup. Basso on it near side. Up for Miller, back for Basso. He gives it away to Dorsey, who sends it down just wide. Willie B goes sliding into the post to get back. Oh, that was a misfortunate giveaway by the Heat, and Dorsey saw an open net, so he blasted it just wide left, but Willie B comes flying back to try to make a possible save if needed, and he went sliding right in to the post. Oh, you can just see the lower torso there just kind of crunch. Right in with that hip. Into the side. My goodness, could we be having two different keepers out here for the rest of the game? Hard to say. Willie's a tough guy. They're going to sit him up now. And Zell, in the meantime, had gone back to the locker room after being knocked down by Harris. Harris, red card ejection. And now it's Willie B who's banged up for the Harrisburg Heat. So, appears to be okay. He's up. He'll shake it off. That's good to see. He's going to stay in there. The Rochester, New York product is tough. 4-4 is our score with 2:36 to play here in the half. John Wilsbach with you in Harrisburg. Baltimore is back home Saturday, February 5th with Utica. You Blast fans, get your tickets for that game on Saturday. Next Saturday, February 5th, 6:05 start time. The Heat are in Dallas next Saturday. Ball sent down into the right corner. Here's David Miller, knocks it off the boards, cleared to the side. Miller looking to get it back. It comes out to Matt Brame. He'll play it all the way back to Danny DePrima. Now Kerstetter setting it up for Francis. Kerstetter dumping it down. Francis trying to settle it along the left wing boards. Called for the pushing fouls. He knocks into Mello. It'll be a free kick for Baltimore. So the restart coming up. Dos Santos will take it in his own end. Cleared all the way down along the near boards. Anning, newest member on the field for this Blast team. Raley sends it into the box. Easy grab for Willie B. Williamson on it. He'd have been unable to get any peppering yet on Zierhofer since he has replaced Manzella. That's when you ask your defense to step it up even more, and that's what the Blast are trying to do. Raley on the near side. Zierhofer chips it down to the left side. Headed, blocked. Williamson trying to get it out, but it's knocked out by Ozzie Anning. Under a minute to go here in the half. Restart Matt Brain. Willie B sends it out to the neutral zone, but it's intercepted. Right side, little give and go action. Mello couldn't get it back as it was busted up. DePrima trying to clear it out. Roque will send it back out to Dos Santos to the near side for Raley. Knocked out a play off of Brain. It'll be a kick in for Baltimore. Restart Max Ferdinand. Along the near boards. Lost it. Rambila brings it back out, but again, the Blast come away with it. Now DePrima steps in, comes up with it. Dos Santos sends it the other way. Mello, near side, Roque. Brain battles him and rewind things down here just before halftime. Raley just above the crossbar with 1 second to go. So stick around, coming up here at halftime. Replay the first half for you. Give you some highlights, stats. And we'll take a break. We're at halftime here in Harrisburg. Harrisburg 4, Baltimore 4. Back with a halftime show. MASL Soccer and the Heat Soccer Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat. Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
Here's a look at the best plays from last week in the Major Arena Soccer League.
And there it is, Frank Tayu, point number 400 in his career.
It's almost unfair.
One of the better shots in the MASL.
Got a good look, shot a goal!
El Pollo!
Willie B went for the ball. He got it all.
Bam!
Whoa.
Drilled it.
There's a shot. Oh, there's a great save by Coy.
Blasted home. No pun intended.
Toth with the goal!
El poste la tiene Hugo, que le pegue Hugo!
To Reagan, he really just hits it first time.
Justin Stinson ties it at 2. I love Stinson. He is a good player.
Leo Legend. Well, happy 400. Happy 400, Leo.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
We're back at halftime. John Wilsbach in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Glad to have you along on MASL Soccer. It's 4-4 at the half. Harrisburg and Baltimore. And what a wild first half it has been here in Harrisburg with the scoring, with injuries, bodies flying. Started out with Tony Donatelli right there at 1:40 of the first. Getting the blast the lead, but the Heat responded back. Harris getting it up to Matt Brain. He one-timed it at 5:41 of the first, tying it at 1. And at 6:03 of the first, Mello from Dos Santos right in front, able to finish it off. Made it 2-1 for Mello's 11th of the season. Here, early in the second, Harris able to get it to Brambilla, who finished it off, made it 2-2. And then Basso at 1:38 from Harris, made it 3-2. But Donatelli responds back again at 5:32 of the second from Roque, made it 3-3. Chavez, look at this, watch this pressure here. Rayleigh kind of poked it forward for him. And Chavez, unassisted goal, his third of the season, made it 4-3. But again, dangerous Tony Donatelli. Just another blast there from the upper corner of the box and firing the right side of the net. Now, also in that second quarter, Malcolm Harris, who has 3 assists in this contest, was going for a 50-50 ball near the yellow line with William Van Zella. Van Zella went down low, slid, got to the ball. Harris, his body carried him right into Van Zella. Not sure if he got knocked out or not, but he was flat down on the carpet for a while. They helped him off and back to the training room. And we have since seen Mike Zierhofer come into the contest. Willie B trying to make a save, sliding sideways into the left post, and was down for just a little bit. but he got back up and stayed in. So we've had bodies flying all over the place. A typical Harrisburg Baltimore match at 4-4. Shots in the first half, 14 for Baltimore, 9 for Harrisburg. 2 blocks for the Heat, 1 for the Blast. Baltimore scoring just after their power play had ended on that penalty to Harris in the second. So that did not count as a power play goal, if you were wondering. So Baltimore now 6 of 18 on the power play this season. And the official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight, expertly designed for the indoor game. Flight, the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. Don't forget, if you're looking to come to a Harrisburg Heat game, the Parade of Champions. Bring your team, bring your group, bring your club. Get out on the field before the game. Got some great clinics and tournaments coming up as well. Contact our friend Kevin Healy. You folks in Baltimore know him very well too. All the years he did it for the Blast. Kevin and Pat making sure the action doesn't stop here on game days in Harrisburg. All you have to do is go to harrisburgheat.com, harrisburgheat.com, or on Facebook. They will get back to you and get you the information. And all those clinics, let your kids learn from the pros. And don't forget, when you come here to the Farm Show Arena, as you come into the Equine Arena, they have the Heat merchandise booth right there at the front entrance, Section K. Get the latest Heat gear for yourself, and also for some friends. Don't forget to wear it out in public. Show your pride with the Harrisburg Heat. And get your tickets online at harrisburgheat.com. Well, the Heat's next home game won't be until Saturday, February 26th. Back-to-back games, 26th and 27th. Utica in town on February 26th. Florida in town on February 27th for a Sunday 5:05 game. You Blast fans waiting to see your next home game, that's going to be next Saturday, February the 5th, Utica at Baltimore. That's a 6:05 start. The Heat are on the road in Dallas next Saturday. But they will be in Baltimore Friday, February the 11th. So if you love that Heat Baltimore matchup, Friday, February the 11th, get your tickets for down in Baltimore. That's a 7:35 start. We're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the second half of action for you here in Harrisburg. We're tied at 4. Baltimore and Harrisburg back on MASL Soccer and the Heat Soccer Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
Now we're back in Harrisburg, 4-4, Blast and the Heat. And Zierhofer will stay in net for the second half. Looks like William Van Zella appears to be okay, but he's out there warming up the backup keeper for the Blast. And Mike Zierhofer will be staying in for the start of the second half as keeper for the Baltimore Blast. It has been all Van Zella this season. So this is the first action of the year for Mike Zierhofer. Willie B's going to stay in for the Harrisburg Heat after smashing his hip right into the left post there in that second quarter. Fans, don't forget, check out MASL Prime Time. Your home for the best in highlights, interviews, all the action from the MASL each week. Each episode comes out on Wednesdays. I love to watch it on YouTube on the big screen. Just pull it up and watch it every week. Alex Best Javonsky, the host, bringing you all the latest highlights, interviews, and information on the latest in the MASL. MASLsoccer.com, your home for all things MASL. News, standings, in-depth features. And of course, I mentioned earlier, you can see that feature on the Harrisburg Heat from back in 1992 on the road trip with the Harrisburg Heat. Still remember that. Days with the Harrisburg Heat, Mark Pulisic, Joe Malia, Larry Tukis, Franklin McIntosh, Todd Smith, Bob Lilly. Some great early year teams there for the Harrisburg Heat. William Bonahene walking to the other end. The Heat will start this second half with Kerstetter and Brame in the back. DePrima, Francis, and also Brambila. There you go, Mike Zierhofer. Let's see if he can step up his game. Coming in for Van Zella, who got smashed into by Harris. Harris 3 assists and was ejected for the collision. We're getting set for action here in Harrisburg. Don't forget the MASL, thrilled to announce this fall we'll have the MASL College Draft. Looking forward to that. The Heat will go from right to left, Baltimore left to right. We start the second quarter, and Harrisburg puts it out of play. It'll be a Baltimore kick-in. Brame not happy about that. Always a great rivalry between these two teams. So many battles from the 90s and 2000s. Especially in downtown Baltimore. There were some of the... And at the large arena here at the Farm Show Complex. My goodness, how many fights have there been over the years with these two teams? How many incidents? A love-hate relationship. Everyone knows each other. Many of the players have played for both teams over the years. But when they put on that uniform, they know who their allegiance is to, and man, things just get crazy in this rivalry. Here's Dos Santos with Roque. Dos Santos down the corner. Plays back out to Raley in the neutral zone. And Raley had that one giveaway that cost him, and Chavez was able to get to the ball and take off with it. But it's a whole new game here in the second half, 4-4. Raley over to the far side, Zierhofer. The Little chip trying to get it up to Max Ferdinand, busted up by the Heat. Nice block there by Diesel on the pass attempt by Chavez. Back the other way. Right side, shot, loose in front, goal! Ozzie Anning. I think Raleigh got a piece of it on that right side, and Anning was right there in front to finish it off. Time of the goal, 127. No, it was Thomas on the right side. Thomas got a piece of it. It hit Willie B and deflected to the middle, and Ozzie Anning gets his first goal. Thomas the assist. Baltimore has taken a 5-4 lead here in this third quarter. Ball sent down into the corner. Cunningham trying to get to it. Keita trying to get it out. And does. Cunningham trying to steal it back. One along the boards by the Heat. Sent the other way. Williamson with it. Sending it down along the boards. Dominic Francis. Williamson. Basso. Williamson again. Sends it one way, sent the other way by Mello. Basso settles it, clears it back up the near side. Keita all but runs over Brambila, but nothing whistled, and now Dominic Francis goes down. A little collision down there with Zierhofer and Diesel. Oh, you know it's going to just keep getting heated up more here in this second half with these two teams. What would a Baltimore Heat game be like if it wasn't? Boring. Down the left side, Ferdinand. Left side shot saved, Willie B. Still loose near the top of the box. Comes back over to Max. And Ferdinand's going to turn it back out to Diesel in the neutral zone. On the near side, Thomas with it. Dos Santos works down to the right, plays it back out. Thomas on it again. Anning sends it around in front, but given right back, and luckily coming over is Basso to clear to the side. Almost an opportunity there for the Baltimore Blast. He get a little sloppy in their own end. Neutral zone, Kerstetter. DePrima. Back out for Kerstetter. Now Williamson. Taps it left side. Chavez moves in. Top of the arc. Shot saves Zierhofer. Cleared back out to the neutral zone. Nice fall to the right there for Mike Zierhofer. Miller's going to dance it around over on the far side. His shot is blocked. Headed to the near corner. Blaze will play back out. Midfield to Kerstetter. Tries setting it in. Baltimore tightening down defensively. You get your backup keeper in, you know, that's what you've got to do. Here's Francis trying to do a little dance spin move. Doesn't get the call. A little upset that he didn't get a tripping foul. But the Heat recovered again in the neutral zone. Willie B playing it for Kerstetter. Taps it over to the far side. Prima able to knock it forward. But the Blast recover it. Baltimore Blast dumping it down the corner out of play. What a great long history. This major arena soccer league team all the way back to the MASL days. What a great job Ed Hale has done as owner of this franchise all these years and keeping things going. Not just leading the Blast organization, but also a leader in this league. I don't think a lot of folks realize it because they don't see what a lot of owners do behind the scenes and are like in meetings and things like that. But I've been in owners' meetings a few years ago as we have an injured player for the Heat. And the guidance and the leadership that Ed Hale has brought over the years has pretty much solidified keeping indoor soccer alive in this country. So we've got the injured player. Are they going to take the timeout now? I think they will. 9:38 to go in the third. Baltimore leading 5-4. We'll come back after this. MASL Soccer on the Heat Soccer Network.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
Well, the injured player was Alexis Robles. He's often appears to be fine. Heat restarting things. I was mentioning Ed Hale a few minutes ago. Great that all those years his right-hand man, Kevin Healy, did such a great job down there in Baltimore, too. And now with the Heat, he and Carl Delmont keeping things going here in Harrisburg. And you need that. You need Harrisburg and Baltimore together. Here's a shot. Knocked around the side. A pushing foul against the Heat. Max Ferdinand gets a good laugh out of it. And Montahane a little chat. And Brila right there with Meller. Restart coming up. Ferdinand, left side. Dos Santos. Ball sent down left side, headed by Roque. Good save by Willie B. Donatelli intercepts. Last lead 5-4 midway through this third. Here come the Heat. Meller. Left side for Danny DePrima. DePrima has 4 goals in his last 2 games. Not getting any chances here in this one. Maybe saving it for the end. Last night, Williamson comes up with a big game winner late for the Heat. Kerstetter, center circle. Brame, laying it down the near side. Along the boards. Heat trying to get free with Jared Dillon out there now seeing the shift. Ball sent down again along the near side. This time is Chavez. Back for Brame. Center circle. Stephen Basso back for Willie B. He'll fire it down the field. The players thought it was a 3-line violation, but he kicked that from the yellow. Dos Santos. Seerhofer up the middle, dangerous. Almost gave it away to Francis. Still loose. Donatelli has it knocked away by Meller. David Meller knocking it out to the neutral zone. Now Roque comes up with it. Mello playing it back in midfield, Dos Santos. Working it up the far side. spin move there by Ferdinand. Here's Dos Santos on the left. Shot gets deflected by Francis out of play. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Blast. So now they are going to take that media timeout here in the third. That'll allow us to catch up on things. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL game officials. And Flight, the official match ball for the MASL. And don't forget to get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. The Harrisburg Heat, next home game Saturday, February 26th, Utica at Harrisburg, and then Sunday, February 27th, Florida at Harrisburg at 5:05. Tickets on sale at harrisburgheat.com. You fans in Baltimore, you'll get a game next Saturday, February 5th, Utica City at Baltimore. I just call them Utica. Utica City at Baltimore, 6:05. For that, go to BaltimoreBlast.com. Get your tickets there. David Bascom trying to solidify a few things with his players. Long-time Harrisburg Heat great. The head coach in Baltimore taking over after Danny Kelly left. Long-time Baltimore great Pat Healy, head coach of the Harrisburg Heat. A lot of Baltimore fans making the trek up 83 for this game. Restart coming up from the corner. Mello is going to put Rayleigh and Donatelli out front. He'll get it back. Shot in the middle by Roque is blocked. What a well-designed restart there for the Blast, but the Heat are able to get it out. Kerstetter has it on the far side. DePrima loses it. Roque obstructed, but they're not going to call it. Heat looking to bring it back the other way. Basso. Back for DePrima. They'll chip it down, trying to get it to Miller, but they're going to call that a three-line violation or a pushing foul. They're going to call the pushing foul on Miller. So a free kick coming up here for Baltimore. Max Ferdinand, far side. Rayleigh, near side Diesel, getting pressure. Zierhofer setting it up the field. Williamson trying to keep control of it. Anning getting a piece of it, knocks it down along the boards. And Willie's going to grab on. Heat bring it out to the neutral zone. They're going to call the foul on Harrisburg's Brad Kerstetter. It'll be a free kick for the Blast. Dos Santos down for Anning. Right side shot. Oh, hit right underneath the crossbar. What a rip. Let that settle. Turned and ripped it, but just underneath the crossbar. Ferdinand comes up with it now and will be called for the foul. Took out Chavez, who may have a little bit of blood coming out of the nose. A restart coming up for the Heat, the left point. Chavez will get 10-2 by the trainer. Here's the restart to Prima. Plays it far side. Kerstetter with a rip. Zierhofer knocks it to the side, cleared back out. DePrima has it for the Heat. Oversteps and then plays it back to Basso. He'll send it down into the Baltimore zone. Dos Santos on it there. Ball comes out to the point and to the neutral zone. Roque over onto the far side. Ferdinand pushing foul on Dominic Francis. Not happy about the call. Restart coming up here for the Blast. Baltimore clinging to a one-goal lead. Lucas Roque down along the left side. Works inside the yellow, plays out to the right side. Dos Santos. On to the left side, Kita. He'll take a blast just wide. Still loose in the middle of the box, and Billy B's finally able to grab on. Billy B firing it up the middle of the field. Miller. Far side, Danny DePrima playing it back behind him to Brain. As you've just tuned in, William Van Zilla was injured in the second quarter. Mike Zierhofer in there in goal now for the Blast. Hasn't given anything up yet. On the near side, Tony Donatelli. He's got the hat trick. Ball dumped all the way down into the corner, headed back out by Williamson, and knocked forward. Baltimore taking their time. Donatelli sending it down the corner. Hanning with it. Working against Williamson. Back out to the neutral zone to Raleigh. Now Diesel will send it down for Mello in the corner. Trying to spin, move it, but great job done by the Harrisburg Heat's Danny DePrima, who won the ball, brings it out to the neutral zone. Oh, the official so close to pulling the blue card on the push from behind, and they're not going to get it. One official had reached and grabbed, but did not raise. But Danny DePrima, great run out of the back, off the steal, and pushed down in midfield. The junior official looked like he was going to make the call, but for some reason, Rich Grady didn't feel like it. And the bench went a little ballistic over that. So it's just a foul. Restart for the Heat. Kerstetter back for Williamson. Send it up the middle. Diesel looks to send it the other way. Williamson will intercept. Williamson in traffic, near side Chavez. Back for Kerstetter. Francis, make that Kerstetter, sending it up the middle of the field. Jared Dillon out there putting some pressure on Keita. Dillon probably with the freshest legs for the Heat coming into this game, and now we get a late whistle on a foul down the corner. Heat getting very frustrated with some inconsistencies. Restart coming up out to the left side, shot wide. Chavez comes up with it. Pokes it over to the far side to Kerstetter. One back by Thomas. Sent the other way. Look out. Donatelli gets free down the corner. Working against Williamson. He'll leave it. Thomas sends it around the boards. Picked up by Willie B. He's got some room to throw down that right side. Menu knocked into the boards. Nothing. Well, the whistles have been put away, it seems. Should say the cards. Here's Mello on the right side. Works to the right wing. Played to the opposite side. And that crossed right through the middle of the box, and no one was there to finish it. He trying to get it out. Needs some help. Brain will do it. Donatelli in the back. Right now with Raleigh. Donatelli dumping it down for Roque on the wing. Plays it to Raleigh. Roque, save, head ball wide, loose in front, goal! Diesel! The Blast getting opportunity after opportunity. And they take a 2-goal lead. Mike Diesel able to finish it off at 13-15. Watch these chances. There's Raleigh and the shot, a header, the win wide, and Diesel was able to finish it off. Roque will get the assist. He's the one who had that header. Diesel's second goal of the season makes it 6-4 Baltimore. Again, the Heat played last night. Baltimore did not. Zierhofer yet to allow a goal. He's taking over for Van Zell in the second, late in the second. The Heat down by 2, late here in the third. Williamson, now Miller. Brings it back out to the neutral zone, leaving it for Basso. Brain. Vila. Ball dumped down into the corner. Santos trying to get it out, getting pressure from Miller. They're going to call David Miller with a foul. So the restart coming up. Ball sent out of midfield. Kerstetter with a high head ball. Gets it to David Miller. He'll cross it over to DePrima. Miller tries shooting, blocked by Dos Santos. Corner kick coming up for the Heat. So the restart from the right corner. DePrima's going to put Jared Dillon and Brambila toward the top of the box. He'll play toward the middle, but it gets blocked. Brambila comes up with it, plays it back out for Brain, blocked twice. Third attempt goes wide. And it's cleared back out to the neutral. Left side, Kerstetter knocks it down into the left wing boards. Back out to the neutral zone. Brambila over to the far side. Dominic Francis. They have frustrated him in this contest. Diesel able to clear it out to the neutral zone. Donatelli just holds it. And we have played 3. After 3 quarters of play here in Harrisburg, Baltimore 6, Harrisburg 4. Fourth quarter coming up. MASL Soccer and the Heat Soccer Network.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
Now the Baltimore Blast leading 6-4 on the Harrisburg Heat. MASL out of town scoreboard. Kansas City leading Dallas 8-3. The Heat will be in Dallas next weekend. One other game tonight, Milwaukee playing again against Chihuahua, barely winning last night, 10-9. And the Heat will actually be traveling down there as well here in the coming weeks. Right here, it has been a back and forth game, but Baltimore scoring 2 here in the third quarter. Getting a goal from newcomer Ozzie Anning and also Mike Diesel to take a 2-goal lead. And so far, Zierhofer getting the job done in net in the second half. Let's check the shots currently. Baltimore with 23, Harrisburg with just 14. 5 blocks for the Heat and 4 for the Blast. Well, maybe the Heat were just saving some of the energy, saving the legs here for the fourth quarter. We'll see. They're going to go from left to right. Baltimore right to left. MASL soccer, and left side is Dos Santos. Looks to move in. Shot right on. Willie B. He'll hold. Hannay sending it out to the neutral zone. Gets knocked around, but Williamson has it now. Up for DePrima. Near boards Chavez. Back to Williamson. And Willie B. Willie B sending it all the way down near side for Miller. Try getting over to Chavez, but off the mark. Keita comes up with it. In the neutral zone. Keita dances it around. Roque takes over, blocked by Miller. Now Dos Santos. Near side. Mello. Moves it down left wing boards. Working against DePrima. Knocks it off the boards. Loose in front. Roque got a piece of it, but Willie B right there in front. Stephen Basso controls now. Ball dumped all the way up the field. He's trying to get it up to Jared Dillon. Philadelphia product, played at FDU. Farley Dickinson University. Ball played near side by Diesel. Raley dumping it down. Anning sending it back for Diesel. Thomas over on the far side. Mike Diesel near side. Thomas stolen away. Right side, Cunningham moves in, pulls the trigger. Didn't get all of it. Thomas had just caught up to him and disrupted him enough. The distribution goes out of play. Kick in for the Heat. Good opportunity there for Michael Cunningham, the Nottingham, England product. Kick in Harrisburg in their own end. Willie B sending it up the middle, but sent down into the corner. Willie B trying to clear it out. Able to. Keto sends it in. Williamson trying to get it. Zierhofer sends it to the Heat zone, headed back to the near side. Poked out a play by Max Ferdinand. Kick in for the Heat. There's Max, longtime Blast player. This Baltimore team has a lot of veterans from the last several years. Dos Santos, Donatelli, Roque, Diesel, Mello, Raley. Not seeing any action out of Nelson Santana there for tonight. Here's Keita down the right side. Shot just wide left. Mello was overlapping on the left, wanted the ball but didn't get it. Donatelli back on it. Clears it out. Danny DePrima gets control for the Heat. Playing it back for Williamson. Heat down by 2. And the far boards, Brame losing it to Donatelli. Donatelli loses it to Cunningham. Zierhofer comes over for it. Brain trying to keep control. Right at the yellow line, crossing in the near side to Stephen Basso. They'll dump it down right side. Cunningham off the boards. Dos Santos trying to get it out. At least knocks it to the side, and Donatelli able to clear it. And Vila sent back to Willie B. Ball played far side, Matt Brame on it. Now Basso. Williamson. Back for Willie B. Just outside the yellow. He'll boot it down toward the corner. Dos Santos will head it the other way. Lucas Roque on it, far boards. He'll move in between traffic, still able to get a shot off. Good strength and control there by Roque. Meller sending it back. Danny DePrima. Far side Williamson. Near side DePrima. Williamson long kick all the way down into the corner. The Harrisburg Heat trying to get to it is Dillon. He goes down. Ferdinand able to play it back out to the near side. Diesel will clear it. The Blast have not allowed many good opportunities. On the right side, Anning sends it around the boards. Willie D just lets it go through. Danny DePrima comes up with it. Coming up on that midway point of the fourth. Baltimore clinging to a 2-goal lead. DePrima. Deep in his own end, playing it back out. Brain busted up by Anning. Here come the Blast. Right side shot, just wide right. He'd get it back. Look out, here comes a run down the right side. Cunningham takes it down, around the boards, in front, no one home. Still loose out front and cleared by the Blast. Rambila goes back for to midfield. Basso, Brambila. Tries crossing it over, but it's blocked by Mello. Out along the near boards, Tony Donatelli on it. He's working against Kamenu. Donatelli dumping it down to the right side. Again, the Blast getting control. And the Heat unable to bring it back up, though. Chavez gave it away. 2-on-1. Make it a 2v2. Roque's shot is blocked. Bad giveaway there by the Heat. Raley. Didn't cost him there. That's a good thing. Mello on it. Stolen back by Basso. Heat have got to get some fresh bodies out there trying to change up. And that's the advantage you have when you're Baltimore coming in fresh legs. The Heat playing last night. Ferdinand. Back to the keepers, Zierhofer. Headed by Dos Santos. Down into the corner, Brain. Deep in the corner. Able to clear it back out near side. And the ball deflects off along the near boards. Looked like it went off of Raley. At least Kamenu says so. As we are midway through the fourth, 7:28 to go. Baltimore 6, Harrisburg 4. The Blast will be home next Saturday. Utica City at Baltimore, 6:05. Get your tickets at BaltimoreBlast.com. And the Harrisburg Heat not home until the end of February. Saturday, February 26th. Utica at Harrisburg, 7:05 with the start time on that. And then Sunday, February 27th, Florida, first place, coming in Harrisburg for a 5:05 game So check those out, harrisburgheat.com for tickets. Out of town scoreboard, Kansas City leading Dallas 9-3. So we look at the league right now, Kansas City atop the Central Division 8-1. Florida 9-1 in the East. And San Diego 8-0 with that one overtime game. Leading the West. Last night, Milwaukee winning at Chihuahua. And San Diego beat Tacoma. It has been a shutout here in the second half for the Blast defense. Stepping up in front of Mike Zierhofer. Can the Heat get to him here in the fourth? Willie B setting it up, and Dos Santos sends it the other way. Dos Santos moves in to the center. Left side, Fernandez tickles the twine. Ferdinand from Dos Santos at 7:52. Max Ferdinand. Dos Santos. Nice job at getting that ball and moving in. And Ferdinand's third of the season makes it 7-4. A very tough time now for the Heat to try to come back down by 3 as they kick it out of play. Just not going right for them. The Blast are able to win this game. They will take a 2-1 series lead. These two teams will meet in Baltimore Friday, February the 11th. On the near side, Kita moves into the left wing boards. Busted up by Meller, trying to get it back out. Run down by Mello. Ball sent to the Heat zone, brought back out by Matt Brain. He better get some runs going. Here's David Meller down the left corner, working against Keita, but Keita able to keep him off of it. Zierhofer kicks it over to the side, and the Heat will set it up again. They've got to cut back on the midfield passing and just drive and shoot. They're down by 3. Soon may have to resort, I should say, to the 6th attacker as well. Kerstetter. Dumped down by Francis. Shot down the slot. Nice save by Zierhofer right on Cunningham. Donatelli clears it out. And Bila can't get to it. Keita in midfield falls down. And they'll call the foul against the Heat's Matt Brain. Keita holding the left knee, wincing back and forth in pain. Brain thinks it's just a dive and a fake job. Let's see how hard he got hit here. Brain comes over. And just a little do-si-do twist on the carpet there. May have had that foot planted and twisted the knee a little bit as we get the stoppage. It's been all Baltimore Blast here in the second half. Goals by Anning, Diesel, and Ferdinand. Taking a 7-4 lead. Keita is up and obviously did something to the knee as he hobbles off the field with the help of the trainer. The Heat yet to go to the 6th attacker. They've got the jersey ready. Willie B is going to stay out there. It's Baltimore's ball. Dos Santos. Near side, Thomas. Thomas steps in Moves to the wing. Shot partially blocked by Williamson. Chavez brings it out of traffic down the far side for the Heat. Knocks along the boards. Zierhofer comes outside his area. Clears it out again. Back up. Baltimore keeper has risen to the task in this game. Taking over late in the second quarter when William Van Zella had a collision with Malcolm Harris, who was red carded out of this contest. Baltimore keeping control and working clock with a 7-4 lead. Near side Dos Santos. Steps in left side, sends one off the boards, knocked to the side. Brought back out to the neutral zone, Cunningham. Up across midfield. Danny DePrima will leave it for Kerstetter. I'll tell you, they just hunkering down on the back line there with Roque and Diesel and Rayleigh. Right there, Roque able to win it and clear it back out. He'd get it again. Line up Matt Brame on the right side. He'll pull the trigger wide. Chavez in the corner. Sends it back out. Brambila. Sixth attacker is on. That's Danny DePrima. With Dominic Francis, the Heat down by 3. Trying to generate some offense. Francis down for Miller. Spin move around the glass. Zierhofer can't hold on, but a dangerous play as he went to grab again. And had some contact right in the front there with Jared Dillon. Baltimore will restart. Donatelli with the hat trick. Sends this one back into the Heat zone. Canetto will bring it back out for the Heat. And he'll change up. Sixth attacker still in there. Danny DePrima with Brame and Kerstetter to make that Francis. And miscommunication on where they want everyone lined up here. Brame, right side. Tapped over Brambila. Deflected wide. Miller trying to get to it. Miller along the wing boards. Brame, Brambila, right side. Miller off the boards to the middle. Got deflected to the side again. Miller near the top of the box. And Zierhofer able to make the grab. They'll make the long throw the other way. This one's going to bounce. Hits the crossbar. Then Danny DePrima gets run into. And the Heat will bring it back again. Francis crossing it over the right side for Miller, trying to knock it down. Goes high in the air, hits off the top of the glass, out of play. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Heat. They're saying that it was touched. Back out on the wing by Diesel. So a restart for the Heat, 2:46 to go. Baltimore holding a 7-4 lead. DePrima sends it to the middle, and Donatelli able to stop it. Punched back out by Zierhofer. Brame sends it the other way. Foul whistled. Handball on Baltimore. Free kick for the Harrisburg Heat. All knocking around. Brame on it. Right side. Miller. Opposite side. Francis. That one goes wide to the near side. On the neutral zone, sent down. Danny DePrima will run it down again. Here's Brame. Shot! Save again, Zierhofer. Cleared back out of the point. Thomas will kick it out of play. Restart coming up at the top of the arc for the Harrisburg Heat. The time is running out, down by 3 goals, and still unable to generate any offense. against Zierhofer. DePrima pulls that trigger just wide right. And Francis will send it back out again. Danny DePrima. Into the corner. Dillon on it. Sent the other way. 3-line violation. Restart coming up for the Heat. Center point of the yellow line. Looking forward to more matchups this season between these two teams. And that next one will be Harrisburg at Baltimore Friday, February the 11th. Restart. Brain blocked. Gets it back. Man on his back. He'll cross it. Crossing took off too high, out of play. Legs are probably getting heavier for these Harrisburg Heat players playing last night. Baltimore just a little fresher and again really tightening the screws. And Zierhofer came in as we get the timeout. We'll step out, 1:35 to go. 7-4 Baltimore leading Harrisburg. Back on MASL Soccer and the Heat Soccer Network.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
William Van Zella injured late in the second quarter, replaced in net by backup keeper Mike Zierhofer. Seeing his first action of the season, and Zierhofer has performed well, but even more so his teammates have really tightened things up in front of him, keeping the Heat off the scoreboard since that replacement. Left corner, Meller goes down, loses it. Roque clears it out. Donatelli trying to get a piece of it. Now Mello gets it. He'll chip it down into the left corner. Danny DePrima, the sixth attacker for the Heat. That just shows you what type of defensive job Baltimore's done. Not even allowing we got a delay penalty here. Shot, hit the crossbar. And there's the whistle. He got tripped up in midfield, kept possession, so it's a delayed blue card and had an opportunity here hitting the crossbar, so they're going to get an extra attacker. Brambila knocked down there by Mello. So Mello goes to the penalty box for the remainder of this one. The Heat will get the extra attacker. Time of the penalty, 14-12. Baltimore shorthanded and going against the sixth attacker. Can the Heat get a goal in now? Got Thomas out there defensively. There's a shot by Brame out of play. So Santos, Diesel, and Donatelli. A shorthanded unit right now for the Baltimore Blast. They will hold on to win this game. What a great job they have done shutting out the Heat in the second half. Foul whistled. One more try here for the Heat. Probably be only for cosmetic purposes. So Santos trying to clear it out. Comes out to Meller. He'll tap it for Kerstetter in the corner. Brame in the neutral zone. The Prima shot blocked. That'll do it. A second half shutout for Mike Zierhofer and the Baltimore Blast. Buckling down and coming away with a victory. We'll run down all the highlights for you when we come back to wrap things up. It's Baltimore 7, Harrisburg 4. Stay tuned for the postgame show. This is MASL Soccer and the Heat Soccer Network.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat. Today's game is brought to you by
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the finer things in life.
Today's game is brought to you by Penn Harris Hotel, the official hotel of the Harrisburg Heat.
And welcome back at the Equine Arena at the Farm Show Complex. John Wilsbach with you on the post-game show. Tony Donatelli and this Baltimore Blast team, 7-4. 3 goals for you. And you guys really buckled down in the second half. Came up big for your backup keeper.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard-fought game for us. A loss last week here, and we had some guys down to injury, losing William in the first half. But it was a gut check, character win for us, and Mike did great in the goal in the second half, and we rallied around him.
What about you in the scoring in the first half? Man, you get such great looks, good touches out there, and you were able to find them.
Yeah, the guys found me in good positions tonight. You know, I pride myself on my finishing. And tonight I was able to find the back of the net.
What was the mood at halftime, knowing that William wasn't coming back in the second half and that you guys were going to have to play a little tougher in front for Mike?
We were confident. We know what Mike can do in there. Obviously, William's one of the best goalies in the league for the last decade, and losing him, you can't replace him. But we were confident that we were going to get the job done. We just knew we had to rally around him, be positive with him, and you know he made some big saves for us.
And what about that second half? You're out there. You try to play that offensive role up front, but many times you're in the back, and you're back there guarding as well. A multi-purpose player, front and back.
Yeah, I try to do whatever the team needs me to do, and that's what makes the Baltimore Blast. Guys sacrifice maybe the offensive stats to get wins, and today everybody was willing to sacrifice and work behind the ball, and it showed with a defensive effort. Always
a great series between Baltimore and Harrisburg, and there's more games left to go this season, so it's not over, I guess.
Absolutely not. We know every game against them, obviously the rivalry here is going to be a dogfight, and every game you got to have your best game. And we didn't have it last week. Credit to them. You know, they've been playing well of late and had some 2 good results. So we knew it was going to be tough. And coming into the second half at a tie game, we felt that we were capable of getting the job done. We're very happy we did.
3 goals. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tony Donatelli with us here on the post-game show. We're going to run down some highlights now and check things out on what happened in this game. And it all started off with Tony Donatelli right at the beginning of this contest. Right there, just one-timing it. Putting it in at 1:40 of the first, 1-0. He'd come back, Matt Brame with a one-timer. Tied it at 1. Baltimore retakes the lead at 6:03. This is going to be Mello right in front, finishing off that hit from Dos Santos and made it 2-1. He tied up there. Brambilla able to finish it off from Harris, made it 2-2. Then a 138. You've got Basso making it a 3-2 heat lead, but Tony Donatelli comes back again. Right past Willie B. Makes it 3-3. Giveaway right here by Rayleigh, and Chavez is able to take advantage of it, moving into the left side for 3 heat. But who again will score for Baltimore and tie this game? Tony Donatelli. Look at that. Oh, just a great touch. His 8th of the season, hat trick for him. Second half, all Baltimore. First one of the season here for Anning. Makes it 5-4. Then late in the third, Diesel able to finish it off with a head ball goal there. Makes it 6-4. And then one more in the fourth. Max Ferdinand finishes it off 7-4. And Baltimore shuts out Harrisburg in the second half. Does not allow a goal. You've got to give a lot of credit there. Mike Zierhofer coming in and standing on his head. Did have to make some crazy saves. His team pretty much shut things down, it seemed, defensively. Didn't allow the very good opportunities that the Heat can normally generate against a keeper. But still, played like the pro he is and made some nice saves and comes away with the victory in this one, since Van Zella had left late in the second. Let's take a final look at the stats. See what we have on the final shots. 28 shots for Baltimore, 19 for Harrisburg. And last check on that out-of-town scoreboard. Last we had Kansas City was in control of their match. And we're just waiting for everything to catch back up. They're victorious. Kansas City over Dallas. 9-4 in their game. So congratulations to the Comets. They're now 9-1 on the season. Chihuahua leading Milwaukee 4-1 early in that contest. But here it's the Baltimore Blast. Victorious 7-4 over the Heat. Baltimore now 5-4. The Heat slipped to 2-6. These two teams meet again Friday, February the 11th in Baltimore. Baltimore's home next weekend with Utica. The Heat home the weekends of February 26th, 27th. Get your tickets online, harrisburgheat.com. All right, that's going to wrap things up here from Harrisburg. Thanks so much, Chad and the crew. Thank you for tuning in to our broadcast here tonight in Harrisburg. Final score, Baltimore Blast 7, Harrisburg Heat 4. John Wilsbach, thank you for joining us on MASL Soccer and the Heat Soccer Network.